Okay, y'all, so today we are back again with another video. I didn't show y'all the blow dry this time just because I feel like I always show y'all the blow dry, and I felt like maybe y'all got sick of it, even though I always show y'all the presses too. But I don't know, I just felt like it was getting a little repetitive, same thing all the time, whatever. Okay, but I do have videos coming for y'all to see the blow dry. Now, this client, she's been coming to me since November of 2022. I was in here trying to find the picture of her hair from when she came the very first time, but I think I deleted it. I don't have it anymore. But y'all, her hair has grown so much. It's in such a better state. Before, she had color on her ends and stuff like that. As y'all can see, she doesn't have color on her ends anymore. We got basically rid of like all of the color, and then I ended up like, she still had a little bit left on her ends before she got her tape-ins previously, like maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. And I colored the rest of that, but it was literally like a little bit, like a little bit. If I can find the picture of when she came the last time, then I will put it like before she got her tape-ins. Yeah, before she got her tape-ins, when she came in February. I will insert that picture for y'all. But her hair has grown. Her hair has grown so much. So, bringing that in today, I wanted to talk to y'all about consistency. And I also wanted to talk to y'all about hair rumors and stuff like that. A little story. So, it's this influencer that I follow. She is a regular influencer, and then she owns a hair care line, right? She's not a hairstylist. She just like takes care of her natural hair, whatever. Now, I watch her videos all the time, but I do notice like she needs her haircut. Basically, she needs her haircut, and then some of her regimens and stuff like that. Like, her hair could be at such a greater potential if she used certain regimens. So when she commented on her thingy, when I commented on one of her videos, she was talking about how she only trims her hair every 6 months. Now, I am an advocate for everybody to do what they want to do and do what works for them. But the only thing is, as a stylist, I can see a lot of what other people do not see. So, one, she was trimming way too little for her to only get it, for her to only do her own trims every 6 months, for one. And two, every 6 months for her hair type and what she shows on her Instagram, because that's basically majority of her content is her doing whatever she does to her hair. With that, I can see that does not work for her or whatever. So I commented, I said, hey, just to let you know, as a hairstylist, I think that maybe you should try out every 3 months instead of every 6 months. And of course, she was like, I understand like what you're saying, and I get that you're a professional, but I'm with my hair every day. And I could probably see things that you can't. And if that's the case, y'all, we wouldn't need hairstylists. We would not need hairstylists. Now, everybody is entitled to their opinion, and then they can feel how they feel. But lo and behold, she needed a cut. Now, what I am going to touch on for y'all is that every 6 months, y'all, is way too little for anybody. Like, the longest anybody should ever probably go maybe could be 4 months. Maybe could be 4 months. Some people maybe a little bit, maybe like 5 months, but even 5 months is a stretch. Most people at that 4 month mark need a trim, whether it's a minimal trim. And just because it's a minimal trim doesn't mean you do not need the trim. It does not mean you need the trim, that you don't need the trim. What it means is that your hair just splits at a slower rate, and you are most likely doing the things that you should be doing with your hair. And I say all that to say is, y'all, please stop listening to influencers, hair influencers that are not hairstylists, because what may work for their hair may not work for your hair. For one, they are not licensed professionals. They cannot tell you what to do with your hair all the time, because they don't know the proper regimes and the necessary hair anatomy to then tell you what to do with your hair just because it may work for them. Like, you see a lot of influencers, I know we see a lot of influencers, they're like, oh, I have waist length hair, I have bra strap length hair, and we already had the conversation that a lot of hair growth is genetic. A lot of hair growth comes with genetics. Now, not to say that some people don't know what they're talking about, or some people's regimens like aren't bad, but the thing is, y'all, hydration is a big thing. Like, for example, I seen an influencer trying to promote their hair butter, and it's like, yeah, promote hair butter because it moisturizes your hair, prevents breakage, X, Y, and Z. When in reality, hair butter, especially if it's not a water-based hair butter, which is technically a hair cream, it does nothing but seal in what's already done to your hair. It does not moisturize your hair. Or again, with the influencer that I was commenting, whose post I commented on or whatever, she was promoting, when she was talking about her splits, she was like, well, I don't know where this trimming every 6 weeks came from, which, if you know anything about hair, it's not 6 weeks for everybody. Sometimes it could be 4 weeks for some people. It could be 12 weeks for others. It could be 8 weeks for another person. But that depends on hair growth, and that depends solely on the person and what they do with their hair. But she was like, I moisturize my hair with my hair butter and X, Y, and Z, so my hair doesn't break a lot, which that has nothing to do with getting splits. Breakage and split ends are two separate things. For one, breakage normally is caused because your hair is dry, it is brittle, it is not being moisturized properly, it is not being detangled properly. Braids could cause breakage. Tension hairstyles, protective quote unquote hairstyles could cause breakage. Those are the causes of breakage. Hair splits in general, because okay, so things can cause the hair to split, like if you're laying on a lot of cotton and things like that, but hair naturally splits because the hair at the very end of your hair shaft is the oldest hair on your head. So because it gets so old, and typically it could be the driest part of your hair or whatever, and what's exposed to the sun the most, that is where you get the split ends from. Split ends are inevitable. Split ends are a hair disorder, quote unquote, that are inevitable. It happens to everybody, no matter what you do to your hair. Now, some people hair may split faster than others. Some people's hair may split farther than others, but split ends are going to be split ends regardless, no matter what you do to your hair, which is why it is essential to trim them as necessary, dependent on your hair type, your hair regimen, and what you do to your hair. So that's the kind of misinformation I be talking about, and I just want everybody to be informed, honestly, because there's no hard feelings. Like, I love the girl's content and everything. It's just, I felt like it was something I should touch on, because I feel like us as a society, we take whatever we see on social media and run with it, when a lot of people don't have the necessary, oh my goodness, that is so blurry, I'm so sorry, y'all, but we take it and run with it and don't look at a lot of the professionals. We just think somebody has waist length hair and it's like, yep, she knows what she's talking about. And that's not necessarily the case. She has a hair care line and it's like, no, you know what you're talking about, when that's not necessarily the case all the time, y'all. Which is why we should be researching things ourselves, for one, and on top of researching things ourselves, really realizing, going to professional and learning what works for our own hair. Because this client right here, she's been to me about 4 to 5 times since November. Now, not all of the time. Her first appointment was in November. Her second appointment was in February. Her third appointment was in March. And then she had another appointment in April. And then it's May, she had this appointment. And then the one appointment that she had in March, well, the 2 appointments I think that she had in March, it was because she had tape-ins. She was getting a tape-in maintenance or whatever, and she doesn't have heat damage due to tape-ins or whatever. It was from she has a little bit of heat damage in the front, and that little bit of heat damage that she had in the front was from sew-ins when she had first came to me or whatever. But as you can see, her hair is bouncy and healthy now. But like, she could get her hair trimmed every 12 weeks. She get her hair trimmed every 12 weeks, no problem. She may have a little bit, so maybe around the 10-week mark. I can't do that with my hair. My hair needs to be trimmed every 6 weeks. My hair needs to be trimmed every 6 weeks, because that is what works for me. But anywho, y'all, this video is about to be over. I just wanted to touch on the misinformation and things like that for y'all to see. and y'all to really think about. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys want to see. Oh, and to touch on really quick, I know y'all see the thinning parts of her edges. The thinning parts of her edges are just because that she gets a lot of braids. Well, she used to get a lot of braids. Since she's been coming to me, she really hasn't done that much, but she got a lot of braids and it kind of like broke off her front. So that's what we're working on and working towards fixing. Hopefully that it can be fixed as of now. But have a nice day, y'all, and I will see y'all next time.